Hey everybody, Tyler Florence here. Welcome to the Wolf It Down Test Kitchen. I'm here with Matt Massera, our corporate chef.
Hello.
And man, do we have a great dish for you today. We're making one of my all-time classic weeknight comfort dishes. We're making chicken cacciatore from scratch. That's right, you heard it. Let's get ready to wolf it down. So we're making traditional chicken cacciatore, but we're making more of a winter style. Depending on what time of the year it is, there's lots of variation just because there's so many different recipes out there for chicken cacciatore. This one's very specific. This is going to be really super duper rich, and we're going to be serving it with Parmesan polenta. So it's a 2-for-1. You're going to get the chicken cacciatore and the Parmesan polenta, and it's going to be awesome. Okay, so first things first, we're going to put the polenta on, so it'll take a little bit of time for it to cook. So what we have here is a 5-to-1 ratio. 1 cup of polenta, 5 cups of water. You want to bring it up to a simmer before you add the ground corn to it, and then you just want to stir it in. We're going to add some salt to this. I like to cook it with just water and salt, right? Really good polenta is going to give you a great, deep, delicious corn flavor anyway, and I feel like chicken stock covers that up.
It's gonna make it taste like
chicken soup, right?
Yeah.
Water and salt is gonna make it taste like corn, and that's what we want, right? We got a nice little simmer, so this is probably gonna take close to 20 minutes to cook all the way through. So I'm gonna put this on the back burner, and Matt's gonna keep a side eye on it while we put together the chicken dish. All right, let's talk about our chicken. So first things first, you gotta get really good chicken, right? So I'm super excited to be working with our good friends from Rosie's Organic in Sonoma County, right in Petaluma. The best chicken I've ever tasted. We've been working with them for years. It's the only chicken that we use here in the test kitchen. This is a whole chicken broken down into quarters. So it's 4 pieces. It's a breast and a wing, and then a leg and a thigh. And it's just a good portion for everybody, right? So I'm simply gonna season it with a little bit of salt, a little bit of fresh cracked pepper on top of that. No? All right, then we're gonna hit our saute pan with, I would say, a 1/4 cup of olive oil, because it's gonna cook up the side of the chicken, and you wanna make sure you got enough going on in there, right? All right, we're gonna drop our chicken in, skin side down, and we're gonna get a really beautiful golden brown color on the chicken on both sides. And we're gonna get everything into the saute pan here, the whole bird. So while the chicken is starting to brown, let's talk about our ingredients here. All right, so we've got this beautiful rosemary, pancetta, cubed, dried porcini mushrooms, onions and garlic, flour, chicken stock, red wine, tomatoes, anchovies and olives, and a little balsamic vinegar. All right guys, so flip this over. Really beautiful sear on the chicken. Nice and crispy. So the chicken's looking fantastic. We've got a nice sear on both sides. Now it's not cooked all the way through on purpose, because we're gonna be simmering the chicken and the cacciatore sauce in the oven a little bit later. So with the chicken at the end of this to be perfectly cooked. So probably 4 minutes on each side, nice big golden brown sear, set it aside, and then we're gonna start to build our sauce in the pan, and then we're gonna add the chicken a little bit later, right? So we're gonna take 1 pint of cremini mushrooms, and we're just gonna cut them simply in half. And we're gonna saute the mushrooms in pancetta. So we're gonna add the mushrooms to this pan that's got all kinds of really great flavors going on already, and that's the chicken and the olive oil. We're gonna sprinkle in the pancetta. We're gonna add some rosemary to it, which is probably my favorite winter herb, that and sage, right?
Yeah.
And we're just gonna let these start to sear, get nice and golden brown, take these out, and then we're gonna start to build the sauce. All right, we're gonna season the mushrooms with a little bit of salt, not too much because the pancetta is salty, but just give the mushrooms a little bite, right? A little bit of fresh cracked pepper. All right, so while those are starting to sear, and God, do they smell awesome.
It smells instantly fabulous in here.
That's right. So we got a whole onion, 6 cloves of garlic, and 3 anchovy fillets. All right guys, so we're gonna take our really pretty cremini mushrooms and pancetta and rosemary, and we're just gonna throw this onto a paper towel and just kind of let them drain, because this is gonna be the final garnish that's gonna go on top of the chicken when we're done. Now we're gonna take our anchovy, garlic, and onion, and now we're gonna throw this on top of all this really delicious flavor. Rosemary is our key herb in this, right? So we're gonna take some rosemary now and just kind of strip it into our sauce. All right, we're gonna season this up with a little salt, a little fresh cracked pepper. So we're just gonna let this go for a couple minutes, low and slow, right? Until it's like golden brown and delicious. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add 2 tablespoons of flour to this. And then we're gonna stir this in, and once we start adding the liquid to this, it's gonna create the viscosity and the thickness of the sauce that we're looking for, okay? First things first, we're gonna add red wine. Stir that in before you add anything else. Okay, then we're gonna add balsamic vinegar, and this is gonna give it a really just inky, delicious flavor profile that's gonna be amazing. Then we're gonna add chicken stock and tomato. We're gonna get all of our liquid stirred in and well incorporated. So now we're gonna take our green olives that have been split. We're gonna fold these in, and then we've been hyping them up enough, dried porcinis. All right, so we're gonna take our chicken, fold this in, and we're gonna make sure we got the skin side up because we put a lot of work into the color, so that's gonna be our presentation side. Take a look at this already. Come on, man, isn't this amazing? So soulful, so satisfying. Here we go, folks, 400 degrees into the oven, 12 minutes. All right, guys, so take a look at this, right? This has been simmering really, really low and slow for right at 20 minutes, and look how fluffy it is, right? So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add some fat to it, right? So we got 4 tablespoons of butter. Just gonna fold that in whole, and we got a 1/4 cup of really good grated Parmesan and Reggiano cheese. All right, so the fat's there. We're gonna finish it with a little bit of salt, and then I think we're in good shape, man. This is just so delicious and classic. All right, here we go, my brother. Look at this, isn't that beautiful? So we said 12 minutes, it's more like 14. 155 degrees on the nose. This is when you want to take the chicken out because of the carryover temperature. It's going to take you up to 160. If you take it out at 160, it's going to hit 170, and then it's starting to dry out, regardless of the sauce. So 155 is the magic number, and I think this looks rustic. This looks like Chicken Cacciatore. It's hunter style, it's hearty, really, really, really pretty, right? So we're going to serve this family style. We got our polenta. Oh, nice and steamy. Isn't that pretty? Love polenta. Look at that chicken leg. What's your favorite cut, man? Leg.
Leg, all day.
Leg, all day, man. All right, so we're gonna take our beautiful sauce here. You wanna make sure you get a little bit of everything, okay? This particular recipe, which I love so much, is all about the fall. Fall flavors, fall colors, nice and warm and hearty. Then we're gonna take these gorgeous mushrooms. And then we're gonna take this fresh rosemary here, right? Kind of drop this right off on the side. And I think you got something nice, folks. Chicken Cacciatore is such a classy dish. I think this is amazing. We wanna thank Rosie's Organic Chicken, the best chicken in California, certified organic, one of our favorite companies that we've been using for a really long time. It's just the best. If you see it at the grocery store, pick it up or ask for it by name. All right, brother, I'm ready to dive in. You're locked and loaded.
Yep.
First things first, because I think the sauce is so complex with this super creamy Parmesan polenta. And I'm just gonna sit with this for a second.
That's what I got my eyes on.
Dude, that's amazing.
Wow, yeah, it looks so much heavier than it is.
Yeah.
Oh, but the flavors are insane.
I love that. Everything works in this. The tomato works, the red wine works, the balsamic works. It's a masterpiece of a dish. So happy to hang out with you guys today. We cannot wait to cook with you again. Thank you so much, Rosie's Organic Chicken, just for bringing it, man. You guys are so much fun to work with. And you can get this written recipe at wolfitdown.com. And while you're there, sign up for our newsletter. We'll see you guys next week right here in the test kitchen. Thanks a lot.